I left the UK and booked a one-way trip to arguably one of the best countries on earth for young, ambitious people. Why? Because I could feel the walls rising and closing in the UK. You've got digital IDs coming in, you've got rising taxes, rising crime, rising cost of living. Literally everything other than positive is rising. So every morning in the UK, it was like deja vu. It was grey skies, cold weather, and just the natural energy I felt in the UK is just sapping my own energy. So yeah, we decided to come somewhere warm, somewhere where there's more freedom, less taxes, and overall just a better lifestyle. So stay to the end and I'll prove why this is why, other than this dog, this is the best place to come if you're young and ambitious. Let's go. So in this place that I'm in, the cost of living is actually super cheap. So the one bedroom flat that we're staying at, quite new, I'd probably say 5 to 10 years old, cost us £450 a month, and that's on Airbnb for 3 months. So super cheap. Taxis, probably about for half an hour, £3 to £4. And foods, you do well to spend £10 to £15 for a meal here, at a restaurant. So yeah, as you can see, this is a nice area of where we are, but don't get me wrong, it does have its negatives. Number one, you've got dogs barking at you everywhere. Oh, that's quite a cute dog. Number two, it can get super hot here, probably the high 40s. And yeah, it is very, very humid. So it's not ideal if you're not accustomed to hot weather, especially if you're from the UK. Yeah, another negative about this place is everything is, I suppose, super slow. Like service is slow, everything's relaxed. It's kind of got its benefits in a way because everything's more chilled, but obviously if you're hustling, ambitious, want like the energy to be always kind of on the move, then this place is probably not for you. However, I feel like here, the positives outweigh the negatives. And before I get into positives, I'm going to tell you where we are. We are in Paraguay, Asuncion, capital of Paraguay. It is, I believe, the cheapest, or one of the cheapest South American countries to live in terms of in the capital. So yeah, it's the positives are, number one, if you are a foreigner, you can apply for temporary residency depending on what country you're from. Usually if you're in the West, so UK, America, Australia, etc., Europe, it shouldn't be too hard for you to get residency here as long as you have the right documents. And then you can convert that temporary residency after 2 years into permanent residency. So you don't have to worry about visa situations or border hopping like you would in Asia. So this is one of the reasons why we chose to, I suppose, start our temporary residency. And then number two is the tax situation. So basically, if you earn money outside of the country, then you basically don't get charged any tax. So literally 0% tax on any income that is foreign sourced. However, if you do make money in Paraguay, like you have a Paraguay business or a Paraguay job, I wouldn't advise that because they don't pay very much here. Then it's 10%, which is nothing compared to the UK and Europe, right? And so that's number two. Number three, the weather is pretty nice, as you can see. Most of the time it is pretty warm, so if you do like warm weather, then yeah, this is for you. However, again, on the flip side, it can get too hot during the summer. And yeah, also in terms of lifestyle, it is cheap. Most things are cheap. They have a hydroelectric generating river. I don't know what you call it, like a dam. So like electricity here is so cheap, so you don't have to worry about your electric bills going through the roof because they export 99% of the electric that they make, because they produce so much, which I think is, you know, great, especially as we've seen electric has just gone through the roof, and they don't really need much gas here because it's not hot enough. I mean, not cold enough. So, and then yeah, in terms of another benefit for us is you kind of have to upgrade your skills when it comes to language. Not everybody can just come here and be settled. So you do need to learn Spanish. Now that is a negative as well, but it means only those who are prepared to do the hard work, learn another language. And that brings a certain kind of person to this country where, yeah, they're willing to learn, willing to succeed and integrate into the country. Whereas, you know, with other countries, you know, around Europe, as long as you speak English, that's all you need. Whereas barely anybody speaks English here in Paraguay. So it is, again, positives and negatives. Negatives for me, because I'm not very good at speaking Spanish. But yeah, positives are you don't get as many jokers here. Also, another positive is the safety. Well, it feels very safe here. It is very safe here. The only crimes that they have really is just robbery. It's not violent crime as much as compared to the UK. So, like, you naturally walk around the streets. Of course, there are some areas that you don't want to be down because of, you know, just drugs, homelessness, things like that. But in most places in the capital, Asuncion, it's kind of like this. And you've got security on almost every corner. You can see police everywhere. And yeah, it's very, very nice. So if you like the sound of what I said so far, here's the steps you need in order to potentially consider living here in Paraguay. Number one, before you come out here, start by downloading, you know, the language learning apps like Duolingo. My girlfriend is using Baselang, which is quite good, where you actually have a one-on-one mentor and it's on demand, so you just book whatever you want, whenever you want. Also, what I'd say is start saving up money if you haven't got online income already. Ooh. Go around there. Yeah, before we got violently interrupted by the dog barking. Yeah, so save up some money. I'd probably say £10,000, $10,000 is enough to kind of work things out, because your expenses are probably going to be maximum, if you're not being too stupid, $1,000 a month. So what's that, about £800 at the moment. So yeah, and I'd do a bit of research as well. I think too many people come to these countries without much research, and then they go, oh, I don't like it here. It's, you know, like the streets are what I call not civilized, if that makes sense. There's always a bump, there's always a hole. You always have to look down while walking. It's not bad around here where we are, but usually, yeah, the paths are unstable. The roads have got potholes. I mean, to be fair, it's like what the UK is turning into anyway. So there's not going to be much difference probably in about 3 or 4 years' time. And then last thing I want to say is, yeah, if you are young, ambitious, not happy where your taxes are going, or you just want to pay less tax, you feel stuck, then Paraguay is probably for you, because it is for us, and this is where we plan to make our, I suppose, permanent home in the future, if all goes well. So yeah, if you want to learn more about our life in Paraguay and what Paraguay offers, then of course, subscribe. And yeah, if you want more videos like this, then just like the video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.